Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to learn how to add calculations into Microsoft Excel. Like, I'm going to show you the quickest way or the fastest way you can add calculation into Excel. But before we get started, I just want you to please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and please hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we upload a new video. So with that being said, let's get started. Now, as you can see, I already have Microsoft Excel open up here. As you can see, this is my cash flow for this division, which is Jobs Namibia, which is a division of Kandowa Tech. So this is the cash flow 2021 from January to December 2021. So now we are going to add calculation into this cash flow. So let's get started. I don't want to waste any more time, so let's just jump right straight into it. So now, as you can see, you have all this money that came in. These are the income, and then you get total income right here. So these are all the expenditure. So now let's add, and then this is the subtotal for the month, right? So let's add calculation to this. Now you want your total income for January. They appear here into your total income. So just come into this column, which is the one for total income. You are adding these together, right? This one here, and then just come here, which is this column which is C, right? C10. This is where they meet, C10 right there. So come in there, make sure you select that, and then come up here. So now you want to add all these together. So now just place equal, right, and then click the sum. So now I want you to come here. So I want you to come into the sum. So make sure you write the background, the brackets, brackets, two brackets, and now go into it. Make sure you are in between those two brackets, right? So now I want you to come to this. You are selecting, you want to add this and this, so that it give you the sum into that will be appearing in this total income right here. So just click on that, and then and then just scroll down to this, right? So click on that, and then grab, come into this corner, and then grab, right, and then just press enter. So now once you press enter, you will see you got that right there. Perfect. So now if you click on this, you see you got this formula right there, this calculation, which is the sum of C6, right, which is this one, C6, blend until C, right, C7. So which is right there, that's the sum, right? You got that. Now you want to add all this together, right? So you don't have to go through the same thing and do the same thing over like you did in the first one. Like I said, I'm going to show you the quickest way. So all you have to do, since you know to get the total income for all this month, all you have to do is just add these columns together, right? So now just come into this column that you already add the formula to. If you look close, come into this bottom right corner right there, and then once you check, you will see you get that plus right there. So now I just want you to right click on it, left click, and then just drag, go along the line until you reach the last column for December right here, right? Drag, and then just leave it, let it go. So now you will see all this calculation has been added automatically. So it's the same calculation. If you see this, you come here, you see this is the sum of D, which is this D6, and then D7, and then that's the. So you add all those calculations together. That's the fastest way, right? You add that your total income right there. Now you know there is this total for the year as well, right? That's total for the year, which is this income for this row right here. They appear here, and then this row they appear here, and then here you find the total, which is this and this plus this column plus this column, which will give you the total income, and then all these added together also should give you the same amount into here. So now let's start with this one. You want to add calculation to this, which we know it's all this column right here added together, right? So now let's just again come into this column, which is O06, right? You are in that column. Now come up here again, place equal sign, and then you want to the sum. Want to use the sum of all these column right here, which is the 6 in which are in row 6. So just write sum, right, and then brackets open and close, and make sure you go back into in between those brackets. Make sure you are in between, and then now just click you want this on the first one. Now again do the same thing, just come into the edge. It can be on your bottom or your top right corner, and then you just drag along that row 6 there until you reach here, because you want the total of all this, right? Once you select, make sure you are all selected, all those columns, and then just press enter on your keyboard. Now you see you got that amount right there, right? You got that. So yeah, that's how you add that. Now you do the same thing again, right? You want this total amount for all these to appear in this, and then you already these are already in the same row, right? So again, you don't have to come up here, right? You don't have to click on here and then come up here and the formula again. You can if you want to, but again, like I said, I will show you the fastest way to do this. So just come here, and then on the edge on your bottom right corner, make sure you get that plus, and then just left click and then drag it down. Now let it go. Now you will see you got those amounts. So which is, if you click on here, you will see up here is the sum of C7, right, up to N, which is N7. So it's the sum of all this row right here, right? Perfect. So now you got that. Now if you feel like you're getting value out of this so far, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. So let's continue. Now I want us to come to this column right here. We know is the total for the year, right? So the total income is all this total income for the month from January until December added together. So they appear in here. So this amount can also be the same way as this total income here in this plus this. They should give you all the same amount, right? So you can decide whichever you want to go. I want to go with this, like I said, the shortest way. So now all you can do is just come here, make sure you select this column, which is 0 0 0 10, right, in this row 10 right here. So make sure you are in there, and then come up here, equal sign again is the sum, right? You want the sum, and then your brackets opening and closing. Make sure you are in between your brackets, go between your brackets, and then now you want the sum to be all this, or it can be this plus this, and then you want the sum like that. So you can decide. I'm going to go with this, right? So just come up here, and then again just drag, right, and then drag and then press enter. Now you will see you got that. So this amount here should be the same as this added together. All this added together will give you this amount, and then this and this added together should also give you that same amount, right? You can choose whichever, and I'm just showing you the quickest way to do that. So you added calculation into that. So now let's move down to our expenditure, right? We are done with our income, so let's just jump into our expenditure right here. So again, it's the same thing. Your expenditure for January is this, and then this and that, so they should come up to total up to here. So this is where the total expenditure for January will be appearing. Again, it's the same way, coming to this column, total expenditure, right, into C18, right, and then just plus equal sign again is the sum, and then your brackets, right? Make sure you go back into between your brackets, and then you want the sum for this, and then just drag it down until you added all your sum right there. So now once you write all these column, so and then press enter, right? You got that. So now let's move on to the next. Again, you want this plus this plus this, they should total in here for February. Again, you already added this formula, so you don't have to go through every row, I mean every column for each month too, and add the formula. You can just highlight this, click on that, and then come down here into your bottom right corner, and then drag it until you reach the one for December, and then let it go. Now you see you added the formula automatically already. Yeah, that's the quickest way to do that. So now once you're done, you add that. Now you have to come up here, right? And then you have to add this all together. They should total here. All this in this row here. Once you select this, they should total here, and then this as well should total here. So again, the same thing, just come here and then you select, right, equal sign, right, sum, and then your brackets. Make sure you go back into, sorry, make sure you have that equal sign there and the edge at the beginning, right? Sorry about that. And then just come here, click on this, and then make sure you have that highlighted, and then now just drag right there, drag it until you reach the one from December, and then press enter. Now you got that amount there, right? And then now you don't have, again, you don't have to do the same thing over. You already know this, we have the same formula. So just come here, make sure you select that one, come at the corner, make sure you hit up, you get that plus, and then just click and drag it down, and then that should add the formula automatically. Again, this is the quickest way. I told you I'm going to show you the quickest way to do that. So if you feel like you are getting value out of this so far, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already, and please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any more videos that we are uploading. Now without being said, let's continue. Now we got that, so now we have to come into total expenditure for the year, which should be appearing here, which should be the total of all this from January to December, and then this plus this plus this should also total the same amount. So again, just come here, your equal sign, make sure you write your sum, and then your brackets. Make sure you go back in between your brackets, you are in between your bracket, and then again you can either select this until here, right? This is your total, and then just press enter. So like again, like I said, this plus this plus this should total this, but then again this for the month, which is January until December, should also total this. It's the same way. So you get that. Now all you have to do is just the subtotal. Now the subtotal is you are getting your income, you minus your total expenditure. So now your income minus expenditure, so we should be here for January, February, March, April until you reach December, right? So again, this is your total income, you minus your total expenditure, you get your subtotal for the month. So come into this subtotal month and then come up here, right? Now with this you want your equal sign, and then just write, you are not adding, and remember you are not adding, so just your brackets, make sure you write your brackets there, and then now you want this, which is your total income, right? You want to minus this, which is your total expenditure. You know how I did that, right? And then once you got that, now just press enter. You get that? You got that? Let's repeat that again, and then so let's go back. Let's remove that formula right there. Okay, now let's go back so you don't miss out on anything. While with this subtotal is your total income for January minus your total expenditure for January. You want them to appear here. So what you can do is come up here and then just place equal sign. This time you are not adding your sum, you are just adding your brackets, opening and closing, and then make sure you go back in between your brackets. Now come into your table, you know is the total income is this column, which is C10 for income for January, right? Click that, and then now before you press enter, just come to your keyboard, press the minus, right? And then now you want to minus the total expenditure for January is this column, which is C18. Now click on that one. Now you will see they have different colors, they are highlighted in different color. This one is blue, and then this one is kind of reddish or pink. So now once you get that, you just press enter, right? You got that. Perfect. Now once you got that, I hope you follow along, you are not lost. Now once you do that, you already know you don't want to add the same formula again into each of one. You just want to go fast, so all you can do is just come here and then drag it until you reach here, and then you see you got that. right? Now once you, if you click on this, you will see this is your D10. This is D10 for February minus D18, which is for your total expenditure for February, right? You got that. Now all this should be totaling up here. Your total subtotal for the year should become here. If you add all this, should come here. And then if you minus again your total income minus your total expenditure, should total be the same total here, right? What you can do is just come there and then your equal sign. This time the total income, again this is your total income minus your total expenditure, which should total here. And then if you add all these together, again it can be the same amount. So now I just want to write the sum right there, my opening and bracket. Make sure you are in between your bracket, and then I just want to select this and then highlight all this until I reach for December, and then press enter. Now you got that amount right there. So this is your subtotal for the month. So yeah, you added your calculation into your cash flow. Like I said, this was the quickest way to add a calculation into Excel. So yeah, you got your table. Now your table is full of calculation, right? So if you were to change this amount here, let's say this is 300, right? So if you were to change it to, let's say, to 36, 30, let's say to 40, right? You got that, and then just press enter. Now you see your table is calculating itself automatically. Let's say if you change this, let's say to 434, let's say to 6, right, 63, and then just press enter. You see your table is calculating itself, right? You got that. You added a calculation into Excel. This was the quickest way. You just have to use this. Right, so yeah, I hope you find this video helpful. If you did, before you go, make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave us a comment down below, and please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we upload a new tutorial. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace, love, and unity.